Hello, everybody. It's your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. Just want to talk for a little bit. I am working on a wind cutter. Y'all, it is cold outside. Happy first day of winter. Well, is it the second day? I don't know. But happy winter. Excuse me, please. But it's cold outside. And I used to say, for me to say that, that's a lot. Well, here lately, cold seems to affect me like it does everybody else. I'm usually the person that when everybody else is putting clothes on, I'm sitting outside on the porch in capris and a tank top. And they come outside wrapped up like little snow bunnies. And I'm sitting out there enjoying the air. Not trembling, not shaking, but really comfortable. But not now. Not now. One thing I want to talk about now that I'm ready to kind of talk. Before I get into that, I would like to thank all of my subscribers. We are at a real cool 306. And we're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. 194 to go. I do know that I have to put in more shorts time. I'm trying. And we're close to 16,000 views. Yay! I was supposed to work on my sweater yesterday, and I was so busy finishing that bag that I was working on. It ended up taking me for a loop because it wasn't ending up the way I wanted. Well, you'll see. You're gonna see my lovely daughter modeling my bag. So that's the bag with the wide strap on it that was requested. You can see how deep it was, and there you can see the pocket on the side. She wanted a multi-purpose bag. She wanted to also be able to use it as a diaper bag. Here you can see that it can also be crossbody bag. Or a regular shoulder bag. So yeah. But the thing is, I finally got it done. And I'm grateful for that. It left today. So that's a plus. So after giving myself a little break, when I woke up, I realized that it was bedtime, so I crawled into bed. I think I stayed in bed about 30 minutes and realized I couldn't go to sleep. So then I got back in the chair and went back to sleep. So got up this morning, made my coffee and everything, had breakfast, took my meds. The kids are out until January 6th. Me getting a lot done, it's not going to happen. Have you ever felt like your life was in a catch-22? You know, you push, drive and strive for even better. Not even necessarily the best, but better. And you try to go about everything right and legally, and it's like being in the middle of the ocean. Every time the ocean settles and you think you see shore afar, you think you can start at least doggy paddling, and then here comes a storm, and it tosses you about until you can no longer see land, and here you are drifting and struggling again. I'm 61, y'all. 20 years ago, I saw myself in an apartment. I did. But still working. Able to pay my bills. Able to feed myself. Able to clothe myself. And able to take vacations as needed. I saw myself in a 2-bedroom apartment with one room being my yarn room. And I could set it up like I wanted. Sitting there and crochet with my big screen TV and my recliner. Watch football or basketball or tennis and crochet. And set aside 2 to 3 days a week for my writing. You know, still in the same room. Just flip the script mentally. Sit at my desk and type out some more short story compilations. Y'all, I haven't finished any writing except poems since I've been here. December of 2020. I've got a sequel that I'm supposed to write. I've got a few more short stories to add to an anthology of short stories that I've started. I think I have like I think it's like 4 or 5 more short stories. The title of the book is Time for a Peach. Each letter represents, time for 7, 8, 13 stories. And the first one, of course, begins with a T. The second one begins with I. The third begins with M, so forth and so on. Each short story is relevant to time in some kind of way, either time in the title or something in it involving time. But the titles, each title began with the letters of Time for a Peach. And it's all centered around the Peachtree area of Atlanta, Georgia. One of my favorite places to visit when I go on vacation. I absolutely love the Peachtree area of Atlanta, Georgia. It is, oh my goodness, And what's so bad about it, I can go and stay in the hotel room. And one of the best days I had. I got there, got settled in my room, found a local restaurant that I liked, went and ordered 2 meals, one to go, and asked for a takeout tray. The meal that I was eating, I cut it in half, put half of it in the to-go box or the takeout tray. So that to me was 3 more meals. Half of each made a meal for me. And took that back to the hotel room, knowing that the hotel where I stayed served breakfast. So I would have breakfast. Usually I'd get enough at breakfast that I could have lunch, and then for dinner I would have. So I was set. Other times I would go to like a chicken restaurant and get a family meal, and that would last me. So I always set myself up for the trip when I got there, so I wasn't spending excessive funds. And if sightseeing was something I wanted to do, then I prepared myself for that. I'd made appointments and all that good stuff. But I got back to the room. My nephew came to the room, spent time with me, and I crocheted. I was making a scarf for my brother's upcoming birthday, and I started it at the hotel. And every hour, just to mark my progression, I was taking photos, and I was so proud of myself. So I spent most of that time in the hotel room. The time that I went to Tennessee, I crocheted a Dallas Cowboy blanket for my car mechanic. His name was Rainbow. He was also a Dallas Cowboy fan like myself. And but I also got some writing done. I went down to the business center and got some writing done. But here at home, there's always something going on. We got doctor's appointments, and even when I went to the family reunion, I was able to record my videos, sit in the room and crochet, and even when it came time to do the family things, we did that. But it was a different surrounding. It was a different setting. I sit here in this room and I watch stuff pile up around me because I'm not able to get around as much as I would like. And I start feeling claustrophobic. On top of that, I go out and see these same people every day at the stores and see just how rude and ungrateful they are. And I'm like, you've got a job, you've got a career, or you've got a life outside of being at home. Yes.
We're trying to piggyback ride.
And I wonder if, those people are really, really grateful for what they have. I miss working. I finally got to the job of my dreams. I was a front desk clerk. And I was getting raises at regular intervals, and you got to meet different people. You got to make people happy. I'm sorry, my phone is dying. So I need to help it out. 11%. Okay. But you get to meet people, you get to those repeat guests, they become family. You become family to them, they become family to you. They come down to the desk and talk to you when they're there. They go out and get something to eat and they ask, you want me to pick you up something? Sometimes. Other times they just take it upon themselves to bring you something back. You hold events at the hotel and whatever they left. Oh my God, we had a wedding there one time, and the flowers that were left over, the wedding party distributed those flowers to the staff. There was one guest that we had, bless his heart. He said, every time I come, I see you drinking water. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I believe in drinking water. See how my skin glistens? But, and bless his heart, he asked me for my home address. I had been at that hotel for 5 years. I had seen him for 5 years. I knew he wasn't coming to my house. I knew he was a distributor. So he said, I'm going to send you some water. I'm thinking he's going to send maybe a couple of cases of water. No. This man sent a pallet of water to my house. Y'all, these were 1.5 liter bottles. We had water under the kitchen table, on the kitchen table, in the laundry nook. We were keeping cases in our rooms. We had a 3-bedroom house. So we were keeping cases in our rooms because there was nowhere else. In the coat closet, a couple of cases in the living room. Yo, we had so much water. We had so much water. Whenever we would clear an area, it was like, whew, one down, 99 to go. Not 99 bottles, 99 cases. No joke. And there were like 8 of these 1.5 liter bottles in each case. The gifts are nice and I appreciate them. But moments that stand out to me are like the woman who drove her mother into town because it was her birthday and she didn't want to sit at home. It was her 100th birthday. So when they checked in, I sang happy birthday to her. And she gave me, the mother, she gave me like one of the best hugs. And just to hear thank you, that did me all the good in the world. Those guests who had trouble getting around and you knew they were coming in, or you knew they liked a certain room and you saw in advance that they were coming and you saved that room for them. Those types of things. I miss that. That's all a part of making somebody's day special, making somebody happy. I'm a person who, I'm a fixer, first of all. I am. Whatever is wronging somebody, I want to fix it for them. I do. That's, some people say it's a fallacy, but I just think if you got that person to talk to, if you've got that person that can make you smile, if you got that person that can uplift you when you are feeling at your lowest, then how is that a fallacy? I get joy out of seeing those around me happy. That's where my joy comes from. And I miss being able to do that. I don't have the yarn room that I desire. If I could, I have a wall in my room that I would love to be my yarn wall. I would absolutely love for that wall to be my yarn wall. I want to turn my bed around, and the first thing I see when I sit up will be my wall of yarn. I love the big window. So if I turn anything else any other kind of way, it's going to block that window. But I had to take 2 shelves out of here to make room for a sleigh bed, a dresser, and 2 nightstands, of which I still don't have the other nightstand in here. I started going through my stash and pulling things out. I've got a little bucket of scrap yarn that I need to make into cakes. That was supposed to be done yesterday, but y'all, I just didn't have the energy to do it. I didn't have the mental energy to do it. And I know that all of what I'm going through right now is tying in together. And y'all, there's something I want to say, and it's along the lines of being political, but there's something that's impacting me in a harsh way. And I know that I'm not the only person going through this. And it hurts to have to go through it. But it's a whole lot of little things that are culminating into one big thing. And it has to do with my age and my disabilities. I'm on a fixed income. And with what I get, I cannot live alone. I cannot live alone. My dream, my desire would be to have my apartment. I would prefer, at my age especially, having an apartment, because when something goes wrong, they have maintenance men. But when you're in a house, something goes wrong, that's on you, the owner. What I don't like about apartment living is the fact that every year they go up on the rent. When we first moved here, our rent was under $1,200 a month. As of next year, it's going to be over $1,500. You know, each year is, the first year they went up $50. And then each year after, it's been $100. And it's like, how am I supposed to squeeze out this extra $100? You know, they're not passing out raises at Amazon. And granted, we get, what do they call it? Cost of living increase in our disability checks. And I think we got what? Like, what is it? I think I'll be getting 71, nope, 66 actually. $66 more. I'm still $34 short of that extra $100. I feel like the system is designed to keep people behind. Not just a certain class of people even. But then again, yes, a certain class of people. Because I look at the people who retired, who literally blow through their retirement just living, not even enjoying their retirement. It's like you go to the hotels. Okay, I was late in life getting the job of my choice. Being at the hotel, you got your employee discount. Wherever you went that accepted that was in your chain, you paid X amount of dollars. But you had to book it in advance. You had to show your credentials. Cool. No problem. guys, that's gone. I didn't ask to leave my job. It's not like I got fired. My doctor called me one day and said, "You're not going back to work. You're not going back to work. We've given you notes to allow you to sit down. You're falling, and your heart is functioning right now at about 27%. You're not going back to work." I get it. It's for my health. I get it. I get it. I get it. And yes, my heart function has increased. I am up to 68%. Yay! But now I'm stressed the blank out. It's 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. What do? I told my daughter the other day, I feel like I got one foot in the grave and the other on the mudslide, and somebody keeps turning on the faucet. I love to crunch numbers. I love to create budgets, and I did go to school for accounting for a while, so I know how to make spreadsheets and all that good stuff, and I love doing that. And I come up with a budget, and then wham, as soon as you get that little extra built up, something happens. We've already mapped out our budget for next year. When we first moved out here, first of all, I had my car. That was a big help. I had my car, so I signed up for AutoBill. It's a car washing service or car detailing service, and as long as you paid that monthly fee, you could go as many times as you wanted to a month. For every car in your household. So even after my car was hit, the man, ran a red light and T-boned us. Even from that, I was able to get the rentals, because we ended up with a few rentals, but I was able to get those kept up, and able to run away for a few days whenever I needed to. 7 whole months I didn't have my car. 7 whole months. Then I got my car back, and due to family misunderstandings, I was no longer with my car. So then we went and got another vehicle. I had a truck, a Nissan Xterra. I never loved it. It's problematic from the day we got it, but I respected it. I could no longer take trips. I didn't trust it. I didn't trust it to get me out of town. But I would go pick up my grandkids from school, and it gave me something to do every day. Going to pick up my grandkids from school. I'd sit there, and that was crochet time. Every day I'd sit in that truck. I would get there right around 12-ish. And the reason I would get there early is because my grandkids were among the first group to come out, and I didn't want to be sitting 30 cars back. So get there early, park, turn on my music, pull out my hook and my yarn, and get to crocheting. I got blankets done, scarves and hats done. I got a lot of stuff done. And then my truck broke down. And it costs 3 times as much to get the truck fixed as what the truck is worth. Literally. I don't have $15,000 just laying around. You know what I'm saying? Everything on the truck was original, and it needed new everything. All of the hoses and hardware needed to be replaced. I needed struts. I needed shocks. I needed everything. I needed everything, and I could not afford it. And the other sad part about that is I haven't driven since. Just my scooter. It's been a year and almost 2 months since I've driven a vehicle. And that, it not only does it trouble me, it scares me and it angers me. It's upsetting. But being on a fixed income, it's not even like I could slide a little bit aside until I could build up even to get another used car. I can't, I don't, it's not there to do it. Do I want another vehicle? Absolutely. I am only 61. I'm not 161. But now I feel like I'll be in driver's ed all over again. Knowing how to drive, not a problem. But fear of getting back out there on the road, problematic. I think I explained to you all before, I'm lonely. I can't have adult conversations with my grandkids. I'm with them most of the day. They are 9 and 6. I can't do it. I can't cuddle up with my daughter and wake up with her face in my neck or spoon with her at night when I go to sleep. I can't do that. Or just sit back and stare someone in the eyes and just, tell him how handsome he is or what a beautiful person he is. All of that is not here. It's not here. The good thing is I'm still crocheting. Maybe not as much as I want to, and I do have ideas for next year. And I am in the process of, planning everything out and getting everything in order, because I want to bring y'all dynamic content next year. I really do, and I'm working hard on making that happen. I am going to cut this short. I got a low disk space warning. So Means I gotta clear some stuff out. Gotta figure out how to do. I know how to clear it out, but there's so much I want to keep, and I'm just going through with that too. But hey, it'll work out. It'll work out. At any rate, don't forget to love on yourselves, because self-love is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved if you don't love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. And you do deserve the best. And all of that, know that I do love you. So until we meet again, peace out, everybody.